Before I start off this video, I'd like to say thank you very much to all of you that checked out my last important video about my motivation and stuff. I received some really nice comments, and because of all the love and support that I got in that last video, I decided to release a bonus video for you guys today. And that bonus video in question for today is a sort of halfway through the year review of the movies I've watched this year. I have watched 4 movies this year, that being Project Hail Mary, The Mandalorian and Grogu, Hoppers, and Toy Story 5. And I thought today I'd go over my thoughts of all the movies I've watched this year and give a couple of thoughts of upcoming movies that I do want to see this year. Let's start things off with Project Hail Mary. I had doubts going into this film because, I do love science fiction. Science fiction is my favourite, but I'm more of a fan of, space operas like Star Wars and Dune and stuff. And I felt like I was going to get bored throughout this film because I felt like it was only going to have a singular plot following Ryan Gosling being in the spaceship and doing, spaceship stuff. But fortunately, this film manages to make the seemingly boring premise really interesting by having a second plot which resolves in flashbacks and stuff, and by introducing the alien character of Rocky. And the dynamic that Grace, Ryan Gosling's character in Project Hail Mary, and Rocky have within the film is really sweet, to be honest. They start chatting with this AI voice so that they can find the right voice for Rocky because, he doesn't really speak English. And the film is quite funny as well. There's quite a few jokes that manage to land and be really funny. And the film manages to make sure that it's not boring throughout the entire 2-hour runtime. And this film is great. I highly recommend it. Next up, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu. And, Star Wars decided to return for, first time in, 6 years to the cinema screens after the disaster that was The Rise of Skywalker, and it returned by playing it very safe and basically just turning a couple episodes of The Mandalorian into a movie. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have much to say without parroting one of the many existing reviews out there, but there is one thing I can say that I haven't really seen for any other review, despite the fact that this film is pointless and is striving for basically nothing but money and safety nets. I actually did have quite a fun time watching this film. This film ain't no masterpiece and is nowhere near my favourite Star Wars movie. However, it did decently entertain me throughout the entire 2 hours of the film. They brought back Rotter the Hutt. They really do let you know that he's not like his father, guys. He's not like his father. He wants to be his own man. He literally says that twice in the film. He literally just info dumps his entire goals and motivations. How do I describe it? It's like in a tutorial or something. It's not natural. He literally just dumps exactly what his motivations are. Yeah, and there's the villains, which are some other Hutts. There was the really cool Sarlacc pit thingy. And yeah, and to be honest, that's all I have to say about this film. I did enjoy it, but there is no substance to it. Next up, the third film that I watched this year was Pixar's Hoppers, and this was a pleasant surprise. Going into this film, I thought it was just going to be another weird animal antics film that just so happens to be related to Avatar because they mentioned Avatar in the trailer, and I came out watching this film surprisingly really invested into it and really delighted by it. This film follows this girl called Mabel, and she wants to defend this nature preserve area from being turned into a motorway. Hijinks ensue. She turns into a beaver and tries to persuade the animals to, make sure that their nature reserve is not destroyed. I don't really want to spoil much, but this film has a lot of heart to it and kind of goes batshit insane at one point, and I'm not going to spoil anything. You've just got to see it yourself. And the fourth and final film that I've watched this year so far is, unsurprisingly, Toy Story 5. And yes, this is a 5th Toy Story. They are milking this franchise dry for every single penny, and it works. This film is doing really well at the box office. And what do I think of this film? Yeah, I know it's unnecessary, but I really enjoyed it. It had such an interesting concept that hooked me immediately as soon as I found out about the technology aspect. I thought the weird Buzz Lightyear subplot was kind of a bit stupid, but yeah, that's just a nitpick for me. And the film had a lot of heart as well. It really revolves around Jessie this time instead of Woody. And there's lots of heart and sincerity into it. It's basically your usual Toy Story package. They haven't missed the mark. They're still going strong. and I recommend Toy Story 5. So those are all the movies that I have watched this year. However, there are a couple of movies that haven't come out this year that I am interested in watching. These include Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Yes, I am aware about the batshit insane internet hate towards this film, but I really do not care what the internet has to say about this film. Christopher Nolan has a really good track record of really good films, and I can't wait to see this film. Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, of course I was going to mention this one. Like, this film seems absolutely insane. They're bringing back some of my favourite Marvel heroes like Shang-Chi and The Finn, and as well as introducing one of my favourite Marvel villains from the comics, Doctor Doom, who is being played by Robert Downey Jr. I have no clue how this is going to go down, but I think this is going to be really interesting. And of course, I've got to mention Dune Part 3. Denis didn't really win me over in the first part. He won me over in the second part, and I really cannot wait to see how the third part's going to resolve the main Dune trilogy. And yeah, that's it for the bonus video today. I must thank you all for the support on last video, and I'm not so sure when I'm going to get my next video out. It might be next week or the week after. But yeah, I have plans on individually doing a review on every movie that I watch right as I watch it. I'm not going to save it into a big point on time later down the line. I'm going to review it as soon as I've watched it from now on when it comes to movies. So look forward to that. Alright, see ya. Bye.